Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Madam Nurul Jannah and my beloved friend. My name is Muhammad Firas bin Rashidi. My metric number is TIL231305. So today, I will present about freedom of speech. The Red Commission dropped Malaysia Federal Constitution based on the Constitution of Federation of Malaya to fit the country multiracial society shaped by the Malay nationalism and the post-World War II communist threat. While prioritizing individual rights, federalism and democracy, the 1957 report also imposed restriction to maintain public order. Right, like those in Article 10 on speech and expression, thought inspired by Indian and British models, are not absolute and are limited to preserve national security and unity. So question 1, Article 10(1)(a) Federal Constitution states that every citizen has the right to freedom of speech and expression. And Article 10(1)(b) states that all citizens has the right to assemble peacefully without arms. How far do you agree with that statement? And are there any limitations to the freedom of speech and expression? Explain and support your answer with the relevant provision under the Federal Constitution and decided case. So, Article 10 of the Federal Constitution. Every citizen of Malaysia is entitled to freedom of speech and expression under Article 10(1)(a) of the Federal Constitution. Moreover, by enabling people to freely express their opinion, this freedom is necessary to maintain democratic values and helping to create a thriving community. The clause encourages a healthy conversation that is necessary in a democracy by ensuring that people freely express their thought without unnecessary government interference. However, this freedom is not unrestricted. Parliament can restrict free expression while it is required to maintain public order, morality or national security, according to Article 10(2)(a) of the Constitution. So additionally, this restriction protect parliamentary rights and guard against encouragement to crime, defamation and contempt to court. The goal of this limitation is to guarantee that even though persons are free to exercise their right, the greater benefit in society is not given up in the process. So in order to balance freedom enjoyed by the individual with the need of maintaining public order and national security, Malaysia has a number of laws that restrict the right to free speech. So next is limitation on freedom of speech. So in order to balance freedom enjoyed by the individual with the need of maintaining public order and national security, Malaysia has a number of laws that restrict right to free speech. So the first one is the Sedition Act 1948. So this act aims to maintain Malaysia's multi-ethnic harmony by prohibiting speech that incites racial hatred or contempt against the monarchy or the government. So it serves as a boundary for acceptable public discourse on sensitive topics such as race, religion and the monarchy. So the Act has been applied in numerous cases to address hateful remarks, ensuring the speech does not provoke unrest or violence. So next we have Communication and Multimedia Act 1998. So this law addresses online speech in digital era, specifically under Section 233, which makes it illegal to use network service to send offensive, false or harassing message. So the Act importance is evident in cases like Muhammad Fahmi Reza, Muhammad Zarin versus PP, where the appellant was convicted for sharing satirical content deemed harmful. So the case emphasizes that free expression under Article 10 does not extend to speech intent to harm others. reputation, especially in the fast-moving social media age. So next is Defamation Act 1957. It protects individuals from false and damaging remarks. This act allows the legal recourse for harm to reputation, while reasonable criticism and commentary are permitted. Defamatory statements that unfairly damage to a person's dignity or reputation are subject to legal consequence. In Utusan Melayu versus Datuk Sri Adnan Yaakob, the court underscored the balance between democratic discourse and the need to avoid irresponsible accusation. So lastly is Film Censorship Act 2002. This act governs film production and screening to ensure compliance with public morals and order. In Lina Rasati A. Henry vs. PP, the court ruled against showing a documentary without censorship board approval, highlighting that freedom of expression in filmmaking must adhere to regulation safeguarding societal norms and national security. This act demonstrates Malaysia's emphasis on balancing creative freedom with public interest. So next one is judicial interpretation. So Malaysian court emphasized balancing individual rights with public order, morality and national security when interpreting restriction of free speech under Article 10 of the Federal Constitution. So they ensure these restrictions do not unjustly infringe on the rights while acknowledging the potential harm of free speech in Malaysia, multicultural society. So in Utusan Melayu versus Datuk Sri Adnan Yaakob, the Court of Appeal highlighted that public officials must tolerate criticism in democratic discourse, but noted that defamatory remarks exceeding far comment are not protected. Similarity in Muhammad Fahmi Reza, Muhammad Zarin versus PEP. The court ruled that satirical art critiquing the government is permissible only to the extent it does not harm other reputation. This case underscored the need for restriction to safeguard societal harmony while respecting freedom of expression. So in conclusion, while Article 10(1)(a) of the Federal Constitution protects free speech, Malaysia does not fully uphold this right. Laws like Defamation Act, Communication and Multimedia Act, and Sedition Act impose limits to protect public order, security and others' rights in Malaysia. Multiracial society. So, these laws ensure free speech does not incite violence or disrupt harmony. Judicial interpretation balances individual rights with public welfare, emphasizing that peace and stability depend on this restriction. So, that's all from me. Thank you.